I stood outside the towering abandoned building, its darkened windows staring back at me like hollow eyes. The wind whispered through the cracks in the walls, carrying with it an eerie chill that sent shivers down my spine. I hesitated for a moment, contemplating whether to enter or flee from the unknown horrors that lay within. But curiosity got the best of me, and with a pounding heart, I pushed open the creaking doors. The air inside was heavy with dust and decay, as if time itself had forgotten this place. The sound of my footsteps echoed through the desolate hallways, creating an unsettling symphony of solitude. As I ventured deeper into the building, the darkness seemed to grow thicker, enveloping me in its suffocating embrace. I stumbled upon a room cluttered with old furniture and broken glass. The moonlight filtered through the cracked ceiling, casting eerie shadows on the decaying walls. A flickering light bulb swayed gently from a frayed wire, illuminating a faded painting of a family. Their eyes followed me wherever I went, their expressions twisted into haunting smiles. Feeling a sudden urge to escape their gaze, I continued my exploration, only to find myself in a narrow corridor lined with rusted metal doors. Each door appeared to have been sealed shut with chains and padlocks, as if whatever lay behind them was too dangerous to be set free. My curiosity grew stronger, and against my better judgment, I reached out to touch one of the locks. As soon as my fingers grazed the cold metal, a chilling breeze swept through the corridor, extinguishing the flickering light bulb above. Darkness swallowed me whole and panic seized my heart. I fumbled in my pocket for a flashlight, praying that it would bring some semblance of comfort in this abyss. With trembling hands, I switched on the flashlight, and its beam pierced through the gloom, revealing a horrifying sight. The corridor was now filled with grotesque figures, their faces twisted in agony, their bodies contorted in unnatural positions. They reached out towards me, their bony fingers scraping against the metal doors, desperate to escape their eternal torment. I stumbled backward. The figures followed me, their raspy breaths echoing through the corridor. I ran, my footsteps echoing through the abandoned building as I desperately sought an exit. But no matter how fast I ran, the building seemed to stretch indefinitely, trapping me within its nightmarish maze. As I turned a corner, I found myself face to face with a towering staircase that seemed to lead to nowhere. The steps were cracked and worn, each one groaning under the weight of my fear. With no other option, I climbed, my breath becoming labored with each step. At the top of the staircase, I found myself in a dimly lit room. The walls were covered in faded wallpaper, peeling at the edges, revealing glimpses of the horrors that lurked beneath. A single wooden chair sat in the center of the room, its presence both inviting and ominous. Unable to resist its silent call, I approached the chair curiously. As I took a seat, a haunting melody filled the room, emanating from an old gramophone in the corner. The music was melancholic, and yet strangely beautiful, as if it held the secrets of this forsaken place. Lost in the melody, I failed to notice the room transforming around me. The walls bled with crimson stains and the floor cracked beneath my feet. The music grew louder, drowning out my screams as the room twisted and contorted into a nightmarish abyss. And then, silence. I found myself back outside the abandoned building, staring at its hollow windows once more. My body trembled with a mix of fear and relief as I realized I had escaped its clutches. But as I turned to leave, a whisper echoed through the wind, a voice that chilled me to the core. "Come back," it said. "We're waiting for you." I quickened my pace, my heart pounding in my chest. The abandoned building remained a haunting memory, forever etched in my mind. And though I vowed never to return, a part of me knew that its dark secrets would forever haunt my dreams.